everybody, give me a second. Sound check, sound check, sound check. Candlestick formation, still today, give me a second. Candlestick formations and the manual, the little book of trading secrets. Alright, are we live? Yes, we are. Okay? Alright, everybody, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, students and traders all around the world. This is Mike, the FX boss, broadcasting you live on YouTube and other streaming platforms like Teams. Welcome to the Forex course 101, everybody. Remember, trading is a learnable skill when you learn in the correct way. The goal is to bring you from zero to a millionaire trader in 3 years on average in an institutional way. What does this mean? As the manual says, you are first an analyst, and then you become a trader, right? This is the institutional way. It's going to take you around 3 years on average, everybody. Okay, and never forget, if you didn't receive the free manual, everybody, send me an email to the Gmail. Alright, and if you didn't receive the little book of trading secrets, please visit the website www.fxbossfx.com. Okay, I'm not even sure if it does work. Give me a second, everybody. I'm going to go here just to check quickly. www. Let me see if it works. Give me a second, everybody. Yeah, it's for free, trading and seed capital, trading desk, education and coaching, so a pop-up shoot. Those are our traders, oh, so there you go, the little book of trading secrets, so it's for free, everybody. And I'm not sure about, all right, not right now, right? This is not the time and the place anymore. But anyway, now it's for free, everybody, okay? Moving forward, never forget you're going to graduate from this course when you have your chart set up and ready for trading. Hello, Alex, how are you? I'm great, thank you very much. Number 2, have your strategy in place, Alex. You understand why you win, why you lose. You understand how probabilistic thinking affects your strategy. And number 3, you have a complete understanding of how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. We're going to work today on number 2 and number 3, everybody. Risk disclaimer, this stream is not trading or investment advice. We are here to learn, alright? We are running currently, everybody, learn how to make big money as a trader. Hopefully you're enjoying it, everybody. No, you cannot, hello, Olga, how are you? You cannot, no, everybody, you cannot. We are too deep in the course. No, Todd, it would be a waste of time if you enter now. We are too much forward, everybody. Makes sense? Next year. Alright, everybody, in the next months, we're going to have in January, we're going to have the Mike's Lazy Crypto Portfolio course. And for questions and homeworks, you have my Gmail and connect on Teams, everybody. Like Alex and Olga on YouTube, they're talking to other traders. Okay, today we have how to trade candlestick formations in consolidation, everybody. Who knows what are the pairs in consolidation on the monthly charts? Example, everybody, what would be, we can go to the 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart, whatever. Remember, you're learning a concept, right? Okay. Who remembers what are you have 27 currency pairs, everybody, and what are the currency pairs that are in consolidations? You remember, everybody? I'm going to give you one, alright? I'm going to classes. There are 4. Okay? There are 4 currency pairs that are an exception to the rule. Okay, I'm going to tell you the first one. It's AUD NZD. Okay, so we're going to use AUD NZD. Just an example. Here is, give me a second, I need to clone and clone chart. And you go to AUD NZD, alright? Yes, AUD NZD, what else, everybody? I'm going to go to the monthly for you to see. Okay, so this is AUD NZD, just an example, right? So the monthly bands are up, and this is the upper band. down is the lower band, but this pair from 2014, everybody, as you can see it, you know, it's in consolidation, right? And remember, eventually a consolidation must end. AUD, NZD, yes. What else? What else, everybody? What else do you got? What else you have for me? AUD, NZD, what else? Euro CHF. Let me see. All right, give me a second. Euro CHF. Give me a second. Well, do you, everybody, look at AUD, NZD? Do you think those two are the same? Not saying right or wrong, but you know, you're looking at AUD, NZD monthly chart and you're looking at Euro CHF monthly chart. LX, what do you think? Are those two the same? And Olga says, yes, of course. The next one is, everybody, it's USD CAD. Absolutely. You know, on the monthly chart, everybody, you know, USD CAD on the monthly chart. Again, if we go to the monthly chart, you see that the upper band, you know, lower band down in here, and upper band up in here, but you know, starting from, what was this one? Give me a second, everybody. So 2016, similarly, right? This is the upper band, and this would be the lower band. So yes, you know. And Euro GBP, exactly. Euro GBP, exactly, everybody. Euro GBP, similarly, you know. The lower band would be somewhere down in here. The upper band would be somewhere up in here, you know. But Euro GBP, we made tons of money this year on Euro GBP, everybody. This would be the lower band, and somewhere up in here, you know, this would be the upper band, alright? EuroCAD, not. EuroCAD is a no, everybody. Can you see consolidation? Can you spatially see consolidation, consolidation, USD CAD, consolidation, everybody, can you see those? We can clone chart and go to EuroCAD, EuroCAD. You can go to EuroCAD, give me a second. You can go to EuroCAD and, you know, upper band, lower band. Give me a second, give me a second. Talking about the bands, right? So this would be the lower band somewhere, and this would be the upper band somewhere, you know. Okay. Those are the bands, not, I mean, everybody don't confuse the monthly bands with consolidation, alright? So EuroCAD, those are the consolidation bands. Okay, everybody? Okay, choose one, everybody, because you're learning a concept, right? You're learning a concept. We can go to, maybe USD CAD be the best one. Okay, and this, what you're going to learn, everybody, you're going to use it on all time frames and all currency pairs. Okay, when you find consolidation. Okay. And as it goes, you know, is trading rule, everybody, you know, candlestick formations on the higher time frame are changes in the trading rule, everybody. Candlestick formations on the higher time frame are changes in the short-term trend on the smaller time frame. Okay, everybody. Candlestick formations on the higher time frame are changes in the short-term trend on the smaller time frame. So what does this mean? This means that when the market hits the upper band of consolidation, or when the market hits the lower band of consolidation, or where the market hits the upper band of consolidation, or the market hits the lower band of consolidation, or the market hits the upper band of consolidation. You know, if we are now on the monthly, then on the weekly and or the daily, on the smaller time frame, you are going to see the change in the short-term trend. Okay, everybody? So theoretically, what we are saying to you is that, you know, when the market's making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher high, then a bearish candlestick formation is going to tell you, oops, you know, we made a lower low. Okay, everybody? So on the next retracement counter trend line break, you are going to enter and sell the market and short the market. And yes, this is a strategy. Okay? This is an example of a strategy. There is not right or wrong. The rules are also not right or wrong. You can implement more, you can add more rules, everybody, you can, all right? So candlestick formations on the higher time frame are changes in the short-term trend on the smaller time frame. Okay? Yes, you can apply candlestick formations, also end of retracement, start of extensions. Okay, everybody? So we are going to, remember, you're learning a concept. You can do this on all time frames or currency pairs. Okay? So we're going to put vertical lines on, you know, when the market hit the band, all right? And then we are going to check for candlestick formations, you know. All right, everybody? So if we start with the first one or the second one, right? You know, you cannot predict consolidation. Let's go to the, you know, it would be more realistic, right? To start here down. You know, you cannot predict, you know, give me a second, everybody. Transparency. Okay? So if we are on the monthly chart, you know, you don't see the future, right? You don't see the future, okay? But you can speculate, oh, this is past support, you know, or whatever, here the market must bounce. Just an example, right, everybody? Okay? And this is why you're learning candlestick formations, you know, for you to understand, all right, there is no right or wrong anyway, but even if you would wait, makes sense, everybody? Even if you would wait, so you would not be confident on this doji, you know, like strong bullish pressure, you know, and small body, you know, there is no right or wrong, you know, but learning, you know, candlestick formations, and this is strong bullish, right, strong bullish signal, right, and some of you might enter in here, there is no right or wrong, or you wait for the next one. Okay, what we're trying to understand is this true that when those three happened, is this true that the short-term trend changed on the smaller time frame? Agreed, everybody? Let's see if the boss knows what he's talking about. So let's go to the day, to the weekly first, you know, to the weekly. Okay, everybody? And, you know, charting, you know, this is now the weekly chart, you know. So we're connecting low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low. I'm going to zoom in, I'm going to make it red. Alright, do we agree that we're in a downtrend, right? And now in the circle is going to appear what is the bullish candlestick formation on the monthly, right? So moving forward down, now sideways, this is then the, you know, that's the candlestick formation. So we're going to wait, you know, wait and wait and wait. And now, everybody, here you have it, right? Do we agree that the market broke the low? I mean, not the low, the high. Do we agree the market broke the relevant high, you know, from the weekly chart? The market's making lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high. And now the market made a higher high compared to this one. Agreed, everybody? So now what we're going to do, we're going to wait for a retracement, you know. This is the first extension leg, right? and one more, you know, one more, you know, going down, retracement, right? Still a retracement, you know, still a retracement, and finally, you know, here is the entry, right? Extension, everybody. We've learned all of this in the previous lessons, you know. Now you're on the daily. How do you know that this is changing the trend? You go on the daily, right? The smaller time frame is going to tell you. We've learned all of this. The smaller time frame is going to tell you, you know, where is the change in the short-term trend. So, you know, if this is now the counter trend line break on the weekly, you know, if you want, not mandatory, but if you want, you can go to the daily, everybody, and from the daily chart, you're going to see, of course, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, you know, and then you're going to see the change in the short-term trend. Agreed, everybody? So this is the extension. Now this is the retracement, and this is still the higher high, right? That's the higher high from the weekly extension, retracement on the weekly, everybody. Is this the highest high or is this the highest high? Oh, that's the highest high. Alright, so it's going to go from here to here. And if I'm not mistaken, give me a second, everybody. Just for a peep, right? No, I need to double check. Widget, and just to check which one is the highest high. This one is 129.166. This one is 129.1292. 129.1291. All right. So this is the highest high, everybody, just for a few pips, you know. And now on the daily, of course, you know, we are here. We have a change in the short-term trend. Can't you enter at the candlestick formation at the band? You can. You can enter the candlestick formation at the band, everybody. All right. This is just a variation of the strategy, okay, everybody. You can go. What Alex is saying, everybody, makes perfect sense. He's asking, you know, can I enter just, you know, the market, it's here. But most of us, you know, we are not looking and waiting for the monthly charts. Agreed, everybody? Are you going to wait for 3 months for this chart to reveal it? I mean, there is no right or wrong. Maybe yes, maybe no. But anyway, you are learning a concept, everybody. So you go to the smaller time frame, you are going to see the change in the short-term trend, you know, and now that's the entry with the counter trend line break on the smaller time frame, you know, and now stop loss goes, you need to zoom in, you need to zoom out, everybody, and stop loss goes, okay, stop loss goes on the deepest low of consolidation, okay. Yeah, I'm going to write it down. Stop loss rule when trading consolidation. Stop loss rule when trading consolidation. Everybody put the stop loss on the lowest. If it's the lower band, right? Put the stop loss on the lowest low. Okay, on the lower band. I'm going to explain you to why, everybody. Okay. Consolidations many times are not perfect, all right? So this would be the lower band, everybody, and this would be the upper band. So the market sometimes does this, you know, and you go up and goes here and go back down, you know, and then goes this, you know, and sometimes go back up and does this. So in here, if you would put the if you would put the stop loss down to here, everybody, example, you know, then sometimes the market is going to do this, and then it's going to do this and do this. Make sense, everybody? So that's why we always put the stop loss on the lowest low on the band. Everybody give me a second, somebody's clapping in front of the office. Give me a second, be back in a minute. Alright, sorry about that. It was the postman. Okay, everybody, any questions about stop loss? So the stop loss, instead of going down in here, you're going to put it down in here. Example, okay? And this will be an example on, just, you know, this was the entry, this was the stop loss level, just graphically, right? So risk reward ratio goes 1 per 1, so this is 1 to 1, 1 per 1, and close 1 per 2, you know, roughly, right? You know, give me a second. Clone 1 per, you know, roughly 1 per 3. Okay? So this was the entry. Remember, you're learning a concept, everybody. You can apply on all time frames, all currency pairs. You know, it doesn't matter 15-minute chart, 2-hour chart, 4-hour chart. As a matter of fact, we're going to do more of those. We'll see more examples. So we're going to, now we're taking the right, taking the right, taking the right, taking the right. Marcus is asking, can we enter at the middle of consolidation, everybody? So this is a two-edged answer. It's yes and no, right? If you enter in the middle of consolidation, everybody, you know, there is no right or wrong, but you must think in terms of risk reward, right? So if you enter in the middle of consolidation, you know, risk reward, it's not suitable for you to do a consolidation trade. But some of you guys, you're going to enter here and you're going to put the stop loss down in here. Question, are you trading consolidation if your stop loss is on the low here when you're monitoring, you know, example, extension, retracement, extension, retracement, extension, retracement. Hedge fund trader Olga, hedge fund trader Alex, you know, help Marcus out, everybody, student traders on YouTube. If you enter here in the middle of consolidation of the range and you put the stop loss below the low, are you trading consolidation? Is this a consolidation trade? Yes or no? What would be the answer? Boss, can I trade trends inside consolidation? You can do whatever you want. There is no right or wrong. But today's lesson is, everybody, candlestick formations in consolidation. Olga says, no, exactly. You are not trading consolidation, Marcus. You are trading the uptrend. Exactly. No, this is the short-term trend. Exactly. Okay, everybody? So we are still in, and we're waiting and waiting, you know, and waiting and waiting, and finally, right? And finally, now this is the weekly chart again, you know, and finally the market hit, you know, the upper band. Talking about take profit, there is no right or wrong, okay? Talking about take profit variables, you know, variables. Okay, so number one, you can profit take 15 pips in front of the band, which is subjective a little bit because, you know, different traders have different bands. Some bands like this, the other one it's smaller, you know, whatever, you know. And the second variable would be, you know, number two, just an example. Most of you guys don't like it, and there is no right or wrong, but you know, when the STT changes, when the short-term trend changes, example, you know. Okay, everybody. The third one in strategy talking, you know, the third one would be third variable, you know, when the super trend indicator, example again, super trend indicator changes colors, right? I mean, there is no right or wrong. Okay, everybody? In any way, now let's put just an example. Let's put super trend, you know. So as you can see here, everybody, you know, it was green, and bam, here it turned red. So, you know, some of you would enter here with the profit, right? Some of you would enter here 15 pips above the band, you know. Some of you would wait for the change in the short-term trend. Okay. Consolidation is a different pattern, says Alex. Absolutely. So out of the indicator, everybody, okay. Remember, you are learning a concept, right? Now we did this from the monthly to the weekly. Now let's say that we are on the weekly chart, right? Now again, you must learn candlestick formations. Is this a candlestick formation for you to short? For you to short the consolidation on the weekly this time, you know, is this a candlestick formation to short? And again, you say, well, I don't know, right? I mean, this is the huge white candle, you know, and this is now, you know, is this the dark cloud cover, you know, 60%, you know, whatever, I don't know. So wait, you know, you can wait. There is no really right or wrong, you know. Makes sense, everybody? And this would be the bearish engulfing candle, right? I mean, okay. Now again, let's say that you are here, everybody. In this circle, you should see a change now in the short-term trend. If you are on the weekly, the short-term trend becomes visible on the daily, right? Daily is the lower time frame. Okay, everybody. So low to high, high to low, higher highs, higher lows, you know. Okay, everybody. Now some of you are going to say, oh, but this is retracement. Well, yes, it is, right? There is no right or wrong, but you know, we are seeing the change in the short-term trend, right, everybody? It's not going to be that easy. Like the first example, you know, back in here was easy to spot the change in the short-term trend, right, here. But sometimes the market goes parabolic, you know, in one side or another, so it's difficult, right, to see the change in the short-term trend. You would say, oh, this is still a retracement on the extension, which is, right? Okay, everybody. So here, if you would, you know, follow the rules and say, oh, this is the relevant low, so I cannot enter, then you would simply wait, and when the market breaks the low, you know, then you have no entry, I mean, on the consolidation, because it becomes a risk-reward ratio issue again. Okay. But if we go to the, let's say that so now we're on the daily chart, right? And, you know, similar story, you know, it's, let's say that, okay, I didn't, there is no right or wrong. Let's say that I didn't take this opportunity, all right? So I'm waiting, and finally the market, you know, comes down to here, which is the next, it's another vertical line, you know. So me charting, right, we need to chart, you know, extension, retracement, extension, you know, retracement, extension, retracement. And just an example, okay, everybody. So this is back in time, the market hit the lower band, right, and now we're on the daily. Is this a bullish candlestick formation, everybody? 1, 2, 3, even before, you know. Is this the bullish candlestick formation? Oh, I'm not sure, wait for another one, you know. You can wait for a few more, there is no right or wrong, you know. Would this be a bullish candlestick formation example, you know? And no. Okay, everybody listen up, you know. Todd is asking, should we wait for the change in the short-term trend on the daily? No. I mean, there is no right or wrong, but candlestick formations on the higher time frames are changes in the short-term trend on the smaller time frame. Always saying yes, those are candlestick formations, bullish, LX2. Okay, everybody? There is no right or wrong how would you approach the market. But what you are learning today is that bullish candlestick formations and bearish candlestick formations on the higher time frame are the changes in the short-term trend on the smaller time frame. Everybody make sense? So let's do an exercise. I'm going to hide the future. Okay, I'm seeing a bullish candlestick formation on the daily. Now I'm going to go on the 2-hour chart. Give me a second. 2-hour chart, and on the 2-hour chart, which is the circle, right? Now I must chart, so it's going to be extension, retracement, you know. I need to see a change in the short-term trend, right? So, not to waste too much time, I need to go from the very beginning and do something like this, you know. High, low, low, high, you know. Okay, and there is not a change in the short-term trend yet, but in here, give me a second, everybody. You know, do we agree that the market, similarly to from the monthly and the weekly, here the market broke the high on the 4-hour chart? Okay, yes, it broke. So what I'm going to wait? I'm going to wait for, so this is the first extension now on the 2-hour chart, and I'm going to wait for a retracement and wait for a retracement and wait for a retracement, you know. And this would be now the counter trendline break. Okay, everybody. So extension retracement, right? Extension retracement now on the 2-hour chart. Give me a second. Changing colors. Okay, everybody. And again, if I want to see, oh, it's end of retracement, I need to go from the 2-hour, I need to go to the 30-minute chart. Give it a second. Is it going to work today? You can do as Alex is doing. You can just buy candlestick formations. You know, there are different ways to enter the market, right? Different variables. Okay. Now, as you can see, the retracement on the 30-minute chart was parabolic on the downside, right? You know, so this is not considered yet. Can you see, everybody? This was not considered yet a change in the short-term trend on the 30-minute chart. So you would not enter here. It pushed lower, right? It pushed lower on the 30-minute chart. So now you're going to wait and wait and wait, you know, and still wait, you know, and wait and wait and wait. And finally, bam! Here it's your entry, you know. Can you see, everybody? This is now the change in the short-term trend. On the 30-minute chart, the market was retracing and retracing and retracing. And here the market broke the relevant high on the 30-minute chart, which is a smaller time frame compared to the 4-hour chart, and this would be your entry, right? Let's see if you are following the class, everybody. Is your entry on the 30-minute chart or is your entry on the 4-hour chart? Where is your entry? Okay, I'm going to help you. If you would buy candlestick formations, you would enter on the daily. If you would go what Alex says, can I just buy candlestick formations on the bands? Yes, you can. But if you'd not buy candlestick formations, if you would spot a candlestick formation on the daily and go on the 4-hour chart and try to identify the change in the shortened trend, you know, and then confirm the end of retracement on the 4-hour chart. See, everybody, this is now the 4-hour chart, extension retracement. This is the yellow, it's the 4-hour chart. Boss, but we're on the 30-minute. You are on the 30-minute chart, but spatially you're trying to understand that the yellow, it's the extension retracement. Okay? So if you're going to enter here, where is the arrow? Are you entering from the 30-minute chart or are you entering from the 4-hour chart? Where is your pattern? Hedge fund trader Olga, hedge fund trader Alex, what do you think? So this is going to be circle. Here is going to be your entry, everybody. Tell me, where does the stop loss go? Let's go back to the 4-hour chart. If not, Forex is going to get crazy. You know. So this was your entry in here. And should your stop loss go down to here? Or should your stop loss go, and you've seen it already, right? Or should your stop loss go like we said before, and we cannot see it, you know, there is not enough data from the daily. Should your stop loss go, yeah, don't come crying to me, you know, I was stopped out. Well, I didn't. Can you see, everybody? Stop loss rule when trading consolidation, put the stop loss on the lowest low. So this was the, if you're looking from this consolidation, this is the lowest low, right? Here the market reacted above, I mean a little bit above, but here the lowest low, exactly. All right, everybody. So you're going to enter on the 4-hour chart was the answer. Your entry is on the 4-hour chart because you are trying to identify the change in the shortened trend on this smaller time frame. See, everybody, if you would have the stop loss, you would be stopped out. Agreed, everybody? I mean, not a big deal really, right? You know, because you're going to just do the same. But why would you be stopped out if you don't need to, right? There is no right or wrong on the strategy. But if you would be stopped out, you know, here, you would do the same, you know, you don't see the future, you would say, oh, this is now, again, candlestick formation, you know, and you would wait again for the change in the shortened trend, right? So, this being the case, the red one goes from here to here, you know, the shortened trend on the 4-hour chart, and now this becomes the relevant high for you to enter. So you're going to wait and wait and wait, and bam, finally up in here the market broke the downtrend. All right, and well, the next one was most likely a news announcement, you know, it's like parabolic candle. All right, so counter trend line break, you know, whatever, here would be your entry, and again, risk reward ratio, this would be the entry, stop loss goes down to here, and clone, give me a second, 1 to 1, you know, and clone 1 per 2, and whoa, where is the upper band? Far, far, far away. Yes, can you see, everybody? Smaller time frame gives you a better risk reward ratio, right? example. It's 1 per, give me a second. But you need to spot this consolidation on the 2-hour chart, everybody. Yeah, it was 2 hour, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I was jumping everybody from 2 hour to 4 hour, okay, but it's the same concept. 1 per 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see how this is going to play out, everybody. And up and down, you know, up and down, up and down. You're going to lose the patient anyway, you know, it takes too much time. And finally, you know, up and down, up and down, up and down. I mean, goes nowhere, right? On the 4 hour chart, bam, finally hit the take profit. How many months do it take to hit the target, sir? Well, this one, the last one, if you go to the monthly, give me a second, give me a second. So on the monthly chart, okay, Alex and everybody else, we are not forcing you, I'm not forcing you to trade the monthly chart. You are learning a concept, okay? But the question is how many months? Well, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2 years, 3 years, Alex. 3 years on the monthly chart, right? Okay, so let's try to find, everybody, let's try to find another consolidation. Not you don't like it, do you? You know. So let's find another consolidation. Let's go to euro dollar, right? Give me a second, everybody. Let's go to euro dollar. Let's go to euro dollar. Let's go to what? 2 hour chart. Euro dollar, 2 hour chart. Trying to find some consolidation. You know, give me a second. Try to find some consolidation. Give me a second. Euro dollar. Try to find some consolidation, everybody. Or AUD USD. AUD USD. Maybe easier to spot consolidation. Come on, Forex. Let's go to the daily. And now let's go to the 2 hour chart. 2 hour chart, everybody. Doesn't want to. Come on. 4 hour chart, maybe. Come on, Forex. Doesn't want to, right? USD JPY, maybe. We have an issue with time. Daily it's no issue, but the 4 hour chart it takes too much. I'm not sure why anyway, but alright, AUD NZD, maybe AUD NZD, everybody, let's see. If you go to the 2 hour chart, 99%, come on. Oh, there you go. AUD NZD, right? Alex, it's worth it. How long is it going to take me to profit take? 3 years. Let's find some consolidation, everybody. Alright, not the perfect one, but still, right? Lower band and upper band, you know. And here would be maybe, just maybe, the lower band. Here would be the upper band somewhere, you know. And maybe up to here. Remember, every consolidation eventually is going to end, alright? Okay, everybody, give me a second. Alright. So, yeah, there is no easy. Yes, here the tails are going to mess up, you know. But anyway, you know, just for the exercise. Alright, you know. 1, 2, 3. This would be a great example, everybody, of rules. 1, 2, 3. You know, maybe not the best, but candlestick formation. If you would put the stop loss down here, you would be stopped out. So you should put your stop loss below the absolute low, you know, or the lowest low on consolidation, which is in here. This is one. So how would you enter? This is the 2-hour chart. How would you enter on the 15-minute chart? You would go to the 15-minute chart and let's do exactly the same, right? If Forex is going to be kind enough to provide us with the chart, everybody. 85%, come on. Come on, come on, come on, 85%. Give it a second, everybody. All right, give it a second, give it a second, give it a second. All right, so we're on the 15-minute chart, everybody, and so here it would be stopped out, right? And the change in the short-term trend, lower low, lower high, lower low, still lower high, but up in here would be the higher high, right, everybody? And then we have a mess, right? Well, I'm sorry, guys, as you can see, this is, you know, it's... But you got the idea, right? Or we can find another one, you know. Here maybe, you know, it's the lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, and but not a low, so this would be the higher high. And here you would enter, maybe not the best, because it's risk reward, it's not suitable, you know. And when the risk reward is not suitable, everybody, you don't enter, right, everybody? I mean, at least talking about the consolidation trades. Okay, everybody, you don't enter in consolidation trade if the risk reward is not suitable, right? Now, do you see in here, everybody? AUD and NZD, it's not the easiest pair to trade on the 50-minute. I mean, it's I would never, at least me, you know. Okay, everybody, can you do this? Is this too complicated? Maybe, hopefully not. Boss, I don't like trading consolidations. You don't need to. It's part of your package. It's part of the knowledge. It's part of learning you how candlestick formations work inside consolidations. It's part for you understanding that candlestick formations on the higher time frame are changes of the short-term trend on the smaller time frame. But in the end, as you said, Marcus, boss, I don't like trading consolidations. You don't need to. Fair enough? Alright, everybody, our time is up. See you back tomorrow. Try to build a strategy, exactly. Until tomorrow, stay strong, everybody, and study the chart as a boss. Never forget you're the boss of your own account.